afternoon, everybody. 19th of December, and it's Tuesday. Gosh, I had to think then. Feels like Friday. Don't know why. Maybe I'm wishing time would go back, or am I thinking time should go forward? I have no idea. But not to worry, at least we know what day it is now. We're all here. It's 2 o'clock and ready for the tile. So I have a blush tile with me today. Pen, pencil, tortillon. I have got straight edge. I've got my little red ruler with me. So we're good to go if you're ready. Okay. First things first then, doesn't matter which way around you have this. And of course, if you want to ink it, change colour, really doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. So I'm going to just mark about midway there, okay? Because what I want to do is I'm going to put myself a little rectangle in here. And that's why I've got my little red ruler out. So I'm going to sort of start as though it's a border. Let's have a look. There we go. And then sort of here. Now, of course, if you want to think straight edge, you could line up the edge, just like we would a tile, with the edge there. And I know that hopefully I'm going to get a vertical there. Okay. And then same sort of thing here. And again, I'm doing this by eye now, so it's fine. One there, look, and one there. Now, if we're happy with that, let's just check. Let's have a look. Yeah, absolutely happy with that. So I can come in with pen now. We perhaps could have done it in pen to start with, honestly, but I know you all like to make sure that your lines are where they should be. So come on, let's do it with pen now. Okay. So same in that one, and I can rub these lines out later when I know that my pen's completely dry. But at least I've got that marked in. And sorted. Okay. All right. So far, so good. So let's have a look and find. Let's do it this way. Find it easier there. About the middle, which is about there. About there. And again, I'm going to line it up. So I want a nice line there with that mark, and I'm going to split the two little boxes. Okay. So whilst I've got my little ruler out, I'm going to put another line quite close to the first. Okay. And if I just mark myself a little, let's have a look, a little line, let's go there. Okay, little dot. So I'm lining it up with that. And I'm going to put a curve here. Ready, go. Oh, it helps if you hold your pen upright, Sandra. There you go. And a curve here. Okay. All right. Next little bit then. Oh, Joe, so sorry. So sorry. Sending our love. It's not good. Okay. So I've got a little cross in between on each one, like so. All right. Let's go in a little bit more and we can see one at a time. What I want to do here is I'm going to go from the corner point to the middle, and I don't want it to be too sort of narrow. I'm going to put a loop in, or a curve, and another one. Okay. So whilst I've done that one, I might as well do the same with this one, being that my hand's in that position. So I'm more likely to get something similar. Okay. If I turn it round, and same again, but I'm going to go on the other side now. See, one there, look, and one there, and the same on this one there, and one there. Okay. So I'm going to go the same crossways. So I'm going to do this one first, being that I tend to lean on the other that way. And then that way. Turn it round. And same again. So I've got the same shape 4 times around that cross in the middle. Okay, let's have a little look at that. So that's where we're at so far, okay? So whilst I'm got little marks. I'm going to put myself a line in there. Oh, and there. So they're more or less as straight as we can get them. And then through there too. So there. And there. Right. So let's go in again. So if I start with this one in the middle, this full sort of shape, I'm going to do a little shape inside it, just sort of keeping to those curves that I've drawn. See? And, you know, using those lines that we've put in just as a guide so I know where it's stopping and starting. And same here. But this time, of course, I've only got half the shape, so I'm going to draw in just half the shape in the middle. So if I do that all the way around, so to this one, and down there, that feels a bit weird doing it that way. Sometimes it's nice to try, isn't it? But I always do find it easier to come towards me and down there, as such. So all the way around with that kind of thing. Just take your time with it. It is, Vicky. This is a very traditional, well, this is anyway, a patchwork pattern. You'll find a lot of them are that we draw. And you look at them, they're used in quilting a lot. So, okay, oh, a couple more over here, look, because we want to do this on all of them. So, Sandra, it'd be better to stop talking as much and concentrate. Done that one. There you go. And I'm going to do it on the inside of here as well, but being that as that's a long line, I'm going to use my straight edge to help me there, you see? And then one there. I'll zoom out in a minute so you can see what I've done so far. One there. Let's turn it round. Have a look. Okay. So far, that's where we're at. Okay, so next little bit then. I think this one's straightforward in a sense. I'm not going to draw a line straight the way up the middle. I'm going to, well, from end to end, it is going to be the middle, but not all the way up. You see, like that. So I've got a little gap at the top there. And again, if you want to use your straight edge, you can do so. But I think for this one, I'm going to come in and do it freehand. So this one, I might as well continue that line down. And the same here, look, one there and one there. So then off at the bottom of this one, let's go in a little bit more. I'm going to do a loop that way and a loop that way. And then another one just a little bit further up and a little loop on the top. Okay, so working my way around, loop, 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 and again, loop, loop, and loop. So all of those, they're going to have the same styling, 5 loops, like that. And however comfortable you are, if you want to draw them like me, or you want to do them facing downwards, it really doesn't matter. I'll try it downwards. See, that works as well. And then this one there, and there. I think the best thing though is to actually, once you've decided which way you're doing it, is do them all the same way, because then you're going to get a consistency, which is what we like. All right, so let's go in a little bit more and have a look at what we've got here. Okay, so we've got this one and this one. What I'd like to do now is coming on in, and I want to draw another line in here, quite close. Now, if you find that your little shapes go to the edge, then it's all right, you can draw these lines underneath. So it looks like they're going underneath, that's fine. And another one. Oh, Caitlin, hello. We were talking about you this morning in the office. Oh, Pat. I hope you feel better soon. It's not nice, that, is it? Goodness me. Hope you're doing okay. Seems to be that time of year, doesn't it? Well, I must admit, the sun's out here today. It's shining away, a little bit chilly, but nothing to complain about. No, we're all busy packing orders, trying to get those out to you because, of course, the end of the week, it's going to be a little bit of a different time zone, or it always seems to. And next week, you know, the big day. Of course, I mean Sanntangle on. So, yeah, but no, you know what I mean. Okay, so there we go, got that. So let's have a look at this shape inside then. Okay, let's come into one. We've got these lines already put in place. I know that's a little bit out. I don't really mind about that. It's okay. Because what I want to do here is I want to come in with a little curve and then up to the top. And then same this side, or as close as we can get. Okay? So let's turn it round and do that again. So we're going to come up, a little point, and up. Up, little point, and up. And again. Up. Up. Are you all right, Vicky? Yeah, this pattern, before I put these in, would be a cathedral window. It's where you start with squares, isn't it? And then you fold it back and you would actually have hand stitched that. It makes a very thick quilt, but it takes some doing. And you start with a really big piece of fabric and it ends up being tiny. You're like, why? Okay. So that's the middle one done. So we're going to do the same on these here. So if I start with this one, I'm going to go up and back and then in. Up and back and then in. Ooh, a little bit of a slightly non-symmetrical one there, but that's okay. Oh, it's a nice pattern to do actually, Maureen. It's a real one of those that you think, oh, it looks lovely when it's done, but if you do something too big, you feel like you're going to lose the will to live. But it's definitely called Cathedral Window. But they do look lovely. Right. Oh, I'm always going to go in the middle first and do that one. I think it's important, you know, to get that consistency going. Same with this one. Same with this one here. And then this one. Oh, Maureen, honestly, it's not that complicated. It just follow, you know, have a look online and follow those instructions if you want to have a go at it. It does look lovely when it's done. It's just about rolling back your fabric onto a different one. It's just a little bit fiddly, I would say, but it works pretty well. I'm sure Leslie's probably done it as well, so. You can hear her chatting in the background. All right, okay, got around that pretty quick. Let's have a look at that. Look at that. All right, so we've got these lovely sort of petal shapes, and then we've got these little bits coming through here. And that's looking pretty good. I think let's turn our sort of attention now to this bit here. And again, I'm going to line up. Let's have a look. Up there. Just put it in pencil. I've got a little mark. So what I'd like to do is come back in and put one of those loops in. Or loops, petals, whatever you want to call it. Okay? And then again, if I put in a line on the inside and a line, little loops either side. And then I want two more, but instead of doing 2 full ones, I'm going to come down and put 2 sort of part ones down there. So again, I'm going to come in and in. I'm not going to put the little loops or anything or little in the middle. I'm just going to leave those as they are. And then I'm going to bring out some lines. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to try and make them the same, but I'll just sort of how they work. Okay, maybe even 4. Look. Alright, and let's come in a little bit bigger. I'm going to put these little sort of teardrop shapes in. I'm using pencil because I want to change the shape just slightly. I think this will probably help a little bit. And then this one. So putting all those in first. They look like leaves, don't they? And they are going to be leaves, but I just want to change the shape a bit. Okay. So what I'm going to do is come around and leave a little mark coming in, see? And then go to the top. So around and in, and then to the top. So we're getting similar leaves to these ones here. Okay. You can add a little line in the middle. So you could do that first if you wanted. And see the line up and come back in, and then to the point, around and back in, and to the point. So same sort of thing all around the line, in and back, then to the point, up and in, and to the point, up and in, to the point. So each time, all the way around, up and in, up and in. Okay, let's do these couple. So up and in. I think once you get the hang of it, they sort of tend to flow. Let's have a little look at that. Okay, look at that. And then I'm going to fill some space up. I say fill some space. I'm going to come in with a line and put a loop on the end and a loop on the other side. A loop on the end, then a loop on the other side. Could put a little dot, bottom of them. So let's do another loop on the end, and then one on the other side, and a dot. One loop on the end, other side, and a dot. Loop, other side, and a dot. Loop, side, dot. Loop, side, dot. All right. Doesn't it? It's really sweet, that. It's really quite nice. It depends how you want to see this. You could have it that way. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? Like a little trinket box. Or, look at that way there. I know, Lynn, and I've not mentioned the G word, putting little squares in first, because it doesn't even look like there's one there, is there? Okay? So, last couple of bits. I think I'm going to add some little bubbles to this end. And just a few over here. Only little ones. Oh, thank you, Leslie.
I'm back.
We were talking about cathedral window patchwork.
I love doing cathedral windows.
Yeah, because it's not difficult, is it? It's just a bit fiddly.
It's fiddly, but once you've got the principle of it, it's really easy,
Yeah.
and you don't have to put wadding and everything. You just sew them together, and that's your quilt.
Yeah, because they're quite padded.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fabric
Yeah.
in it, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you end up with like a 6-foot square, and you end up with like a 6mm square.
No,
at the end.
it's not quite that bad.
Feels that way.
You can make them as big as you want. They can end at that size, but a lot of people do them that size. But yeah, I love cathedral
They do look
windows.
nice, don't they?
I love doing them.
Yeah, it's just if you've got time. Have we got time at the minute?
No.
No.
I used to do things like that.
I know, and then she walked through my door, everybody. See that slight hysterical laugh? It makes sense, doesn't it? Now you know us. Oh. All right. So, sharp pencil. First things first, I'm going to come in and add pencil to the inside there. Okay? And then I'm going to add some to the inside there. And the inside there. So it's not going to be much, and this is why I've said sharp pencil. And then on this side, I'm going to do the outside. So again, don't want too much in there. Okay, and the outside. All right, so this side then, it's look inside. So inside. Okay, I'm just going to remove that little bit of pencil there. So on the inside of each one, as we go round, and then on this side, I'm going to do the outside on all those lines. Okay, so then this one, same as before, look, the inside on the top bit. So inside here. Oh, hi Rose. And I'm looking forward to getting that centerpiece done in the Advent. I'm glad I did it. I wanted a little bit of a challenge this year because that's what it's all about. And I know we're going to have to make a couple of little amendments, I think, just to get it all to fit, but I'm really looking forward to it. So this one, look, inside. If you don't know what the Advent is, we're doing a tiny tile every day during December. So, of course, we're currently on number 19, and it's going to make a picture this year. So the centerpiece, which is what we've just been talking about, we've done in pencil because we might need to, make a few amendments to get it to fit together, as always, but because it's not as abstract as it has been in the past, I thought we'd do it in pencil and work it out then, because it's something in the middle that's got to sort of fit together, if you know what I mean. We can't sort of imagine and mess about with it too much. Okay, so I'm repeating the same thing. Look, I'm doing insides and outsides all the way down on both sides of this piece. Again, you just make sure that your pencil's sharp enough to go in those little lines. And you put as much on accordingly. And into this one. Okay. I suppose at least today we've not got Seth wanting to go outside for a while and his little feet clicking on the kitchen surface. Yeah. Back at the office today with my phone, of course. Okay, just while we're in that sort of mode, I'm going to do the same thing here. Look, choose a side, inside, and then the other side on the outside. Okay, and then here, gonna put a little bit there and there, and on this one I'm gonna come, let's do it this way, put a little bit, not all the way down like that, down, so okay. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, tortillon then, and again, you don't want, sometimes when you get a tortillon it still works, but it's not really got a point on it. Because these are really fine, getting a point on it is probably going to be the best option. So let's zoom in a little bit and take my time, because I don't want it to travel too far. I can go in a little bit here, but then on these I want to try and keep it, if I can, just contained. And then on these, because they're on the outside, again, I'm just sort of almost just going over it until I've got that one. Look, I can go in a bit, see? Okay, so I'm going to do that on all of them. So this one. And when I get these real fine ones, it's almost like I'm just sort of softening them, pushing them into the paper a little bit, but not trying to spread them too far. When you get these ones, you can move it out. Yeah. Okay. And this one, like so. Same on these ones. Okay, and that can come out a bit. And then this one, oh, I've not put any pencil on there, look. I got carried away. No. And didn't get to do them. Let's put that in then. It's not a problem. There you go. All right. So again, soften them off. Pull that in a bit. Into this one. I opted to not put any in these leaves at the minute because I want to see how much this is taking up first, and then I can make my decisions if I need to put some in. I probably will, but I just wanted to have that option to add it rather than have to try and take it away. Depends what you want to do, doesn't it? And then into this one. And into there. And into these ones. Okay. Let's have a little look at that. Alright, so let's do this bit. Oh, I don't have a jet engine in the office, it's just the heater kicking in. Obviously, lost a little bit of temperature in here. So. Alright, soften that off. Okay, let's have a little look at this then. So far it's looking quite nice, isn't it? So I'm going to come in the middle of these and add some, like so. So of course when I get to the ends it's going to be these bottom bits, like that. And this one. Same with this one. Okay, and I might put a little bit like in the bottom of those too. Not much, just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Oh, Lynn. Sometimes, you know, if you find that you're getting that, put another tile over the top so you're leaning on another tile, preferably the back of it or something. Or a piece of paper, and then you're not going to smudge on it as much. There you are. Okay. There's little bits on them. You see, I'm not trying to fill the whole thing, I'm just softening it off. Working it in. Gentle, gentle. Okay. Alright. So I'm coming back with my black pen. More, and yeah, this would look nice, wouldn't it? So here we go. Where I've got my shading, so they see on the outside and they're on the inside. I'm going to come in and my pen doesn't want to work there. I'm just going to do the first line, and then I'm going to do part of those. See, top and bottom, and then here I'm just going to come around the outside. Then top and bottom. So you can go all the way up there on the inside there. But then these ones I'm just going to do top and bottom. So not going in all the way, see? Same again, so where it's matter which one, as long as you're doing just one. Sort of top and bottom. We just want to have a little bit more darkness where the shading is into each of those little shapes there. Done that one. So where I've got that shading, see there? All the way in. And then just doing the bottom look and the top. So I'm not going all the way across with the others. Same with this one. And just darkening it up a little bit. Same with this one. bits. Okay. And just a little bit on there. This one. Okay, let's have a little look at this. Okay, I still want it to be a little bit darker. So my go-to, if I've got one here, 1 second. Yeah, there's my black pencil. So I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. It's okay, it's sharpish, but let's up it a little bit. There you go. And in the middles there, I'm going to add a little bit more darkness. Coming up that shadow there. Following that shadow. Same at this end. Okay, let's just go on. So wherever I've got my shadow. So again, I'm not going all the way around. I'm adding bits, top and the bottom, you see. Top and the bottom. Just following where I've put that shadow in. I know it's sort of on the same line, but one's either side of the line, isn't it? So that's the idea. We want to go in there. And of course, the middle, we can add a little bit in there. See? And then let's do all the sides first and then go to the top. Same with this one. And then this one. Okay. And then into this one. Okay. Oh, Wendy, I don't know what you mean, faffing. I don't do that at all. See, faffing now, look, adding bits of black in places. And then tiny little bit in here. Okay. So help it move out a little bit. Let's have a look at it.